Hello everyone, Simo here, back with more The Isle news. I don't think you guys are ready for how much darker the Isle is about to become. I have some clips to show you that display some pretty grotesque attacks for some of your favorite dinosaurs. We have been getting to see one of the developers, Philippe, working on perfecting the Utahraptor's Pounce, and we finally got to see the Utah jump on the side of a Triceratops, and it looks pretty awesome. This is the Pounce we've all been waiting to see, and the devs gave us a special surprise for this big beauty. Check out this clip of the Utah pouncing the front of the Trike, and it bashes the Utah away. And then we see the Utah impaled on the Trike's horns, and that is awesome. I mean, definitely more grotesque than anything we've seen in the Isle so far. We know the same mechanics being worked on for the Stegosaurus too, so I imagine in the future we're gonna have some proud victorious herbivores parading carnivore bodies around on their horns, so I'm really looking forward to this. Here, we get to see the Utahraptor pounce on a compy, and it instantly picks it up into its mouth. This should strike fear into every juvie dinosaur into the Isle. We were also shown this video of a baby trike animation that will play when it is pinned to the ground by a pounce. I sure hope there will be good hitboxes, because if I catch a Utah doing that to one of my juvies, I will parade around with that guy on my horns for the rest of the pack to see. Now, speaking of parenting, it was made clear that holding babies will not be part of the carrying mechanic. The devs explained their reasoning as it would be too easily abused. If you could pick up living players and be able to hold them forever, it would be a nightmare. Could you imagine being forced to be AFK while a parent never puts you down, or someone picks you up and just drops you off a cliff? It wouldn't be good, and I can definitely get behind this decision. While it's a little disappointing, it is certainly preferable to being griefed. So with Dondi streaming more, we have some very interesting mechanics that Dondi's been talking about on his streams. Here are some clips from his Twitch development of the new Isla Sparrow map, where he shows us the work in progress, and as well as playing as a Utahraptor, you can see the collisions working very well with this log, many of which will be generated around the map, adding some nice flavor to the terrain. And speaking of terrain, hills will be much harder to climb in the future. No billy goating your way up to the top anymore. When you step onto a ledge, you're gonna slide, but not like you do in the current game where you just go T-pose. There's gonna be sort of like kinda like the drifting mechanic they're working on, but for sliding down the edge of hills. Hopefully it'll be something we can use to our advantage, instead of just something that'll break our leg. I don't know how punishing leg break is going to be in the Recode, but let's hope that this will offer us some relief. Dondi also mentions in the stream that they plan on adding a free look, so that when your dinosaur is in the middle of running, you can press left alt. You can hold that down as you look around the environment and your raptor or whatever dino you're using continues to move in the same direction. I love this idea. It'll certainly help a lot when you need to keep an eye on your prey or attacker. Dondi also went on to mention that they may alter the vision with handicaps, like lowering saturation to make camouflage more effective, or making some dinosaurs' sight based on movement. Now, while this sounds really cool, I'm not a big fan, especially of this movement-based sight. I'm down for some dinosaurs like carnivores having lower saturation, but I think this may have just been Dondi throwing around ideas, so we'll have to wait and see. Now we have a welcome surprise. We got a new model for the Herrerasaurus. This Triassic dinosaur finally getting some love. I suppose with them focusing on smaller creatures right now, it would make sense they would work on the Herrera too. It might not be too long before we see this old guy come to survival. Let's get a good look at the differences in the model compared to the old one. I wasn't expecting us to get a look at this guy so soon. I mean, even the developers are starting to sound excited about how well the whole game is coming along, which is really nice to see. But okay, back to the Herrera. So this is the old Herrerasaurus, the model we're used to. But we can see in the new iteration of the Herrera, it's got what's called a dewlap underneath its neck. And thanks to the guys on the ILO official Discord for helping me out. because I had no idea what it was called. But you can also see that there are dorsal spines on the Herrera as well, which are not present on the old model. But those are really the only differences I was able to see. If you guys can see more, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Now back to Dondi's stream. Here we get a quick little clip of a Utah running down what'll be a small river before we switch over to the new Triceratops with its animations in the wild. Now the Triceratops has been getting a lot of work like the Utah. I think the reason these guys are getting the focus is because they can apply a lot of the work that they do from these two dinosaurs to the rest of the roster. The Utah is a stand-in for the theropods and other two-legged dinos, where the Trike is the basis for the quadrupedal or four-legged dinos. This will make finishing the rest of the dinos much easier, so once the Recode finally drops, we'll be able to see dinosaurs come in frequent patches thereafter. We get to see the Trike do its hippity hop in this clip that just looks gorgeous, and the graphics are stunning with the jungle super thick in the background. The Trike's movement, again, looks fantastic, and I almost wish we could just knock down all these little trees and shrubs to clear a path. Oh, what? Dondi said something about that? Oh, okay. Let's play the clip.
God, I can't wait until we just, like, run into a banana tree and just, wow, and it's gone. Same thing with, like, the palms here, just, and they're gone. Just destroyed.
Guys, think about this. This is going to be awesome. Imagine a T-Rex chasing a Triceratops through a forest, just clearing a path, knocking down trees left and right. It's gonna be awesome and super epic, and I cannot wait to see it. Now look here, as the Utah stands on top of one of the smaller islands, looking out over the ocean to the other islands in the distance. I'm just so blown away by these visuals. I'm honestly so hyped to finally get my hands on this. I want to explore every inch of this map and find what the developers are planning to hide. I mean, some of what made the Isles so much fun was the mystery in exploring everything and uncovering new environments. Now, here we get a look at another riverbed, and this one is much larger than the one we previously saw. I like how at points on one side of the river it's like a little cliff, making it impossible to exit on that side. It'll be interesting to see creatures running over it, but not able to come back that same way. It's gonna really create some interesting encounters in the future. Now moving on to one of the final points of my video today, Dondi mentioned something incredibly exciting, a sort of pack hunting mechanic where a pack leader can select a target and receive a damage boost for the entire pack. Very interesting. Here's the clip.
Killer animal that his pack is hunting that's like this animal in particular, and you'll get a damage boost against it, but it gives away your position, kind of like it does like the full raptor call, kind of like the really extended one in Jurassic Park. But the thing is that when you start doing the call, your entire pack starts calling it with you. So it's like wolves howling in the distance, so you know it's like, oh shit, raptors are about to light something up.
Pack hunting. I have a lot of questions to ask, but I'll have to wait to have them answered. The development team has done a poll of questions on the Discord, and I cannot wait to see what they answer and what answers they give. So that is going to be it for this news video, guys. It seems the information is starting to slow down a bit, so I think the team have released most of what they can give without giving away too much. I hope we see something from the QA testing that should be starting here around the end of January, and I bet there'll be some big pieces of news coming before the first public build of the rebuild is released in February. If anything happens, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like. It helps out the channel tremendously, and hit that subscribe button for more videos from the Tyrannical Simo channel. As always, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.